Alright, Shalom Israel. This is the brother Shaquat Gabar from the Great Millstone, South Carolina camp, coming at you with another lesson. And before I get into my lesson, I want to start off giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Lakar, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders out of Great Millstone that rule well. And salutation to the fellow laborers that's out there pushing his word day in and day out in all truth and sincerity. Once again, this message is to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, according to history, scholarship, archaeology. You know, we are the Lord's chosen people. And to the Israelite foreigners that scattered amongst the heathen nations, you know, who might look like the heathen nation, but if your bloodline go back to Negro, Latino, and Native American descent, you are considered as an Israelite, you know, through the seed of the Father. Because as a curse of the nation of Israel, we were scattered amongst the heathens. So you're going to have a lot of our own people, Israelites, look like heathens. But like I say, if your bloodline go back to Negro, Latino, and Native American descent, through the seed of your father, because the father is the one that carried the seed, you are an Israelite. But basically, I'm going to just get into a lesson about, you know, the things of this world, man. How we got the how you got to, you know, come out of this world, man. How the Most High, Yahweh, who the world calls God, Yahweh, and the Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Christ, how they're gonna separate the elect from this world, man, and what contained in the world, the wicked ways, these philosophies, the wicked false philosophies, the false doctrines, the idols, the false gods that they uphold here in America, mainly America, which is Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures. You know, these pagan custom holidays, you know, the mind frame and this mindset of trying to find success, prosperity here in America. You know, that's the things of this world, man. Who is ruled mainly, the main ruler right now that's on top are you Edomites, you so-called white people. Your biblical nationality is Edom or Esau, you know, and they're ruling the world of wickedness. But the Lord is going to separate the elect, the 144,000, the 1/3, from the mind frame of this wicked world. And he's going to give them the truth, you know, give them the understanding of the scriptures of who they are, knowing what times that we are coming into, knowing who the real enemy is, and that the Lord is going to bring judgment on the so-called white race, the Edomites, that we're in a time of great judgment taking place, you know. And that's how you know, the Lord is dealing, man, you know, because you're starting to see Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans wake up to the point that they're Israelites. And like I say, the Lord is going to deliver the elect, because 2/3 of our people, they're not going to get the understanding. They're going to, you know, constantly be in the mind frame of America, the ways of this wicked life, you know, and the Lord is not going to deliver them. He's going to bring judgment upon 2/3 of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the scriptures. And the first scripture I'm going to start off with is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. And it says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. So how you present your body as a living sacrifice once you come into this word, once you treat and Yahweh Shem Yahweh wake you up to this knowledge, you know, you make that living sacrifice of your body, present your body as a living sacrifice as what, man? Turning from the things of this world, man. Putting off the old man and becoming a new creature as in the scripture, you know. You don't follow the ways of the world anymore, you know. The trends, the mindset, these customs, you know. But you come back serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai by taking heed to the spirit, the men that he set up, the prophets, which are the men of great millstone mainly, starting with the apostles and the elders on down, come back serving the law, statutes, commandments. You stop eating pork, smoking weed, doing all type of, drugs, which is abominable against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Adultery, following these false gods, getting lineups, shaving your head bald, tattoos, going out there partying and living your life up, man. Once you come back into the truth, or once the Lord bring you to this truth, you shun those things. And like I said, you become that new man, following the law, statutes, and commandments, and the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Mainly going out there on the highways and byways, once you have this understanding of the scriptures and have the correct teaching, you go out there, you teach yourself, you put up videos, doing the works, and looking for Yahweh to have mercy upon you when all hell breaks loose, man. When the Lord finally come back and bring judgment here upon the earth, mainly, especially America, Babylon the Great. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you're not going to be part of this world, man. The Lord is going to change the mindset of the Israelites, the elect ones, that's going to be have that renewing mind. That's not going to keep on in the ways of the world, but come back and serve you how about Shem Yahushua, how the Lord created us to be, man. That we're supposed to, how you're supposed to live, man. Because the Lord said, what? This is our reasonable service, man, to be Israelites. Because the Lord gave the law, statutes, and commandments unto the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans by the way of Moses and Aaron, because that's the contract or the covenant that the Lord made with us, So this is our reasonable service when you find out you're an Israelite, especially you're an Israelite man. You go out there, you push this word. And for you Israelite women, you're supposed to be obedient to your man, following the things that an Israelite woman is supposed to be doing, man, according to the scriptures. So this is our reasonable service. Verse 2, Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that is good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. And the perfect will of Yahweh is to gather the elect of the nation of Israel, bring destruction to this earth for all the wickedness and the judgment of you 2/3 Negro, Latinos, Native Americans that's not going to get right, and to the heathens, starting off with the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. That's his will, man, to bring this place down and have his son, Yahweh Shai, set up the kingdom of Israel here on the earth in righteousness. And it's going to be an everlasting kingdom of righteousness, man. With us, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites ruling. There ain't going to be no more confusion, homosexuality, bestiality, pedophilia, witchcraft, dealing with drugs, all these unhealthy GMO food, poisoning the sky, the air, the pollution, the water polluted, the animals dying off. There's not going to be any more of that, man. There's going to be everlasting life, man. And that's what we're waiting for, the ones that's in the faith, and waiting for Yahweh Shai to return. So the elect is not going to be part of this world. And you're a brother in this faith, you have to have that mind frame, man. Being awoken to what time that we in. And it's the Lord's will. Everything is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's will. So the Lord put his will on us to be renewed by the ways from this world and come back into the true way, which is the Holy Scriptures and the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This is St. John's, the Gospel of John, St. John chapter 15, verse 16. And it says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that you should go bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whosoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. So the Lord chose the elect, man, ever since the beginning, you know. But even right now, Lord already had the elect set up here in the last days that he was gonna bring them out that Gentile state of mind. Gentile meaning heathen, strange, you know. 'Cause all of us were once part of the Gentile state of mind, calling ourselves blacks, Latino, Native Americans, following, you know, different so-called American traditions, you know, the ways of America. But once Yahweh Shem Yahushua set the spirit up and put it on his man, you know, to teach this word, now we're coming back into the faith, man. Now we're coming back to the true understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. How us, the Israelites, are supposed to be living, you know. So the Lord Yahushua, through his Father Yahweh, had chosen the elect at this moment, man, you know. And it said that ordain you that you should go bring forth fruit, and that was the elect men. Once you had the understanding, that was the very most important thing to be doing, man. They gathering the fruits, which is going out there on the highways and byways, like I say. Once you had the understanding of these scriptures, and you go out there and teach, you know, and you put up your videos, and you bring that hopeful elect in, you know, the righteous fruits, the fruits that's right for repentance, you know. But you're going to have a lot of dudes that's going to come in, but they not part of that righteous fruit, man. They even going to fall out, become scoffers and scorners, you know. And we don't have plenty of examples of that in our camp, man, you know. And other brothers as well, man. We don't have plenty of examples of dudes coming in this ministry and not continue on doing the work and lost faith, you know. But the brothers that's in the faith, man, we got to steady, constantly endure and meditate upon the scriptures and the times that we're coming into. And it says, that you should go bring forth fruit and that your fruit should remain. And the fruit that's going to remain is the elect. That whatsoever you shall ask of my Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that you love one another. And if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. So when you got the world, the people in this world, man, coming against the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, coming to demonize us, the men of the Lord, prosecuting us, you know, slandering us, calling us all type of false accusations, calling us terrorists, radicals, you know, all type of, you know, scoffing and scorning against the men of the Lord. Before they do that, man, they against us, they really coming against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the one who set up the messages. Because we are coming out here speaking the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua the right way in the scriptures, man. We coming straight out the scriptures, you know. And these people get hurt, you know, because the Lord said that this word is like a two-edged sword, you know, and it's cutting them spiritually, man. That's why it's such an uproar now about the Hebrew Israelites and labeling us and demonizing us as a radical group, a black terrorist group, you know, from these heathens, mainly these Edomites and these, you know, government, you know, because they know that this place is going down, man, you know, and they see us getting risen back up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So you're going to have even 2/3 of our own people that's going to side right along with this government that come against their own heritage, to come against the ones that's out there speaking the truth, you know, coming against their own power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because they hated him before they hate us, man. And it says, verse 19, St. John chapter 15, verse 19. If you were of the world, 18, if the world hated you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own kind. So we was of this world, man, speaking pleasant words, small, soft-spoken words, telling everybody it's going to be all right, you know, that America is going to keep going on, you know, all nations can make it, prosperity. Because you got a lot of these false Israelite camps that push that, man. They push that there's no such thing as Jacob's trouble. The RFID chip is not the mark of the beast. You know, conspiracy theories, you know, and martial law is not going to take place. The concentration camps are not real, you know. So those Israelites, they get loved by the ones in this world, man, because they want to hear the smooth things, you know. But the true men of the Lord is going to be hated. Why? Because we're going to tell you the Lord is coming back to bring mass death to 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's going to bring down this wicked kingdom of Esau, Edom, which is America. You know, they don't want to hear that, man. They want to hear prosperity, how to gain riches, you know. But we telling you, we're not in that time, man. We're in the time of the Lord's judgment. And they hate us for that, man. You know, but ultimately, they hate Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah is the one that's bringing this place down, man, when he returns. And it says, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hate the world hate you. So the world hate the men of the Lord, man. Why? Because we in the representation of Yahweh Shah. Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, pushing this word the right, truthful way. You know, and this word, like I say, the Spirit of the Lord is about judgment at this moment, man. About bringing death, destruction. They don't want to hear that, man. So they hate us for that, man. When we tell them to return for your wicked ways and come back and serve the Lord, that you're not a Muslim, a Christian, you know, Roman Catholic. You're not you don't need to follow the wickedness way, the wicked ways of this world. And they hate us for that, man. But ultimately, like I say, they hate Yahweh Shah. Because Yahweh Shah is the one that sent the message. And the prophets are just the messengers. That's why a lot of our people are going to die, man. Point blank period, man. You got to put it like that, man. Because the Lord is about to bring some heavy judgment. And they don't want to take heed. They think everything's a joke when it comes to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So the ones of this world, of our people, the gospel meaning the good news, which are the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah about to return, you know, and set up, you know, a righteous kingdom when Yahweh Shah returns. You know, we telling them that you the Israelites, we telling you that the Lord got a kingdom prepared for us, that we're not going to be here in America forever, but the Lord is going to lift the curses and deliver us out of captivity, man, from the hands underneath from our enemies, man. You know, but they don't want to hear that, man. So the gospel, meaning the word, the truth of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, is hid to them. And it said, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, and they're lost, man, in the ways of this world, in whom the power of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. And who's the power of this world, man? You know, Satan right now controls this world through the left-hand side of the Most High. Because Yahweh Shah, they control everything. And at the moment, they set up Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, to rule this wicked world and wickedness. And who's the counterpart of Satan? Who's doing the bidding of Satan? The Edomites, these so-called white people, man. You know, starting off with these elites, you know, these super central bankers, you know, super rich central bankers, man, that control everything, that push out all the wickedness. And these other, you know, lesson luminaries, these governments follow order from them to push their agenda, which is wickedness, and that's contrary to the scriptures and the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, you know. So the ones of our people that's lost in this world, they are blinded by the power of this world, which is Satan, you know, controlled through his counterpart, Esau, Edom. Like I said, going after all of these different philosophies, you know, these idols, these trends. Esau is the one that set the trends, man, of wickedness. And you have 2/3 of our people following along with it. And it says, in whom the power of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine upon them. So, you know, only way that they're going to be able to get out of that certain situation, from that confusion, that darkness, unless the light of Yahweh Shai shine upon them. What is the light? The Holy Bible, the Scriptures, the truth. You know, that's the only way they're going to be able to get out of that mind frame. Like I said earlier, brothers like myself, we were once in a mind frame of darkness, not knowing what's going on, till that light, the truth of Yahweh Shai, shine upon us. Like I said, by the men of the prophets, the men of great millstone, and those that's in the true spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. You know? That's it on that. So majority of our people, they're blind by the power of this world. That's why you got majority of our people bugged out, man. And we see it with a spiritual eye. Once you have the understanding of the Scriptures, you sit back and you observe things, you see why the Lord is going to punish 2/3 of the nation of Israel. You know, for all the wickedness that they are doing, man. You know, constantly being contrary to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Jake, man, you know, when I say Jake, Israel, that's short for Jacob. You know, a code name for, you know, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that we use. You know, but when Jake out here, man, they rather, you know, do the things of this world, man. You know, follow the trends that the Esau set up for them, man. That's why people want to be, majority of our people want to be gangsters, thugs, hard body. Our women want to be whores, sluts, you know, independent, you know. Want to follow the ways of this world, want to be entertainers, you know. That's the whole mindset of our people, man. What Esau called and gave them, and they set it up as black culture, man. When you look into the word black, it simply means negative, a void of light, you know, darkness, you know. But the Lord is trying to pull the nation of Israel from out of that darkness. And he's going to only do it with the elect. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel had not attained that which he seeketh for. So Israel, you know, they seeking for a truth, you know. Like I said, you got, you know, Jakes out here that, you know, want to live that type of lifestyle. But on the other hand, too, you got Israelites out here that might not be, you know, into the things of this world, like, you know, when it comes to, you know, being, you know, gangsters or entertainers, you know, or how the Esau set up and thinking this is the way to go. But you still got Jakes out there, even though they're trying to do good, but they still got the mind frame of this world, man. How to find the success here in America. You know, all about, you know, chasing the bag. You know, getting success in America by gaining fortune, you know, fortune and riches, you know. You know, they even though they're not living that type of lifestyle or being gangsters or whores, but still they got the mind frame of thinking that this place is for them, man. You know, even though they try all their best to get an upper hand here in America, you know. The Lord said that the Lord said that what then Israel have not attained which he's seeking for, and what Israel is seeking for, man. The truth. And they, you know, got majority of our people, they thinking that this the truth, man. The ways of this world, man. But we telling them the truth is in the Scriptures, man. And this other spirit and power, Yahweh Bashim Shai. And you're the Israelites, and the Lord is about to set up a kingdom, you know, after the judgment. But they don't want to hear that, man. So this is what the Scripture says. And it says, what then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest was blinded. So the elect, the 144,000, the 1/3, they're going to attain what? The spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua with them, dealing with them. Like I say, renewing their mind from the ways of this world. While the rest, the 2/3, are going to be blinded, man. They're going to reject the truth. They're not going to take heed to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And they're going to be in this world, man. Which is going to lead them being destroyed. Because Yahushua is coming back to bring destruction. And it says, according as is written, Yahweh gave them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And David said, let thy table be made a snare, a trap, a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. So the Lord, since our people don't want to take heed to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord left them in that frame of mind of blindness, man. Not knowing what time that we in. Even though it be told to them by the men of the Lord, man. That show you how terrible the Lord is, man. So the Lord let them, going to have him set in that mind frame of slumber, man. Sleep. Spiritually sleep. Not knowing what time that we in. And not knowing what the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing, man. That David going back to saying that, let this table, meaning the truth, these scriptures, be a trap unto him, man. Because of their wickedness. And that's how it goes, man. The Lord always a perfect balance, man. He got the elect that he's going to save, and 2/3 he's going to have to put to death. But the brighter side about that the Lord is going to put 2/3 of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, 2/3 of Israel to death. But they're going to come back in the kingdom by being the offspring of the elect, the children, once the kingdom is established, what you call reincarnation, or what the Bible called reincarnation. This is Psalms chapter 69, verse 22. Going back into, land backing off the Romans chapter 11 and 8, when it says, David, as it was written, David said that let this truth, the table, meaning the truth, be a stumbling block unto him. And this is what Paul quoted from. Psalms chapter 69, verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which it should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. Because it's Holy Scriptures, the Bible, it's a welfare for you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. This is the main source when it's broken down into this pure form. Like the men of Great Millstone, is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is breaking the scriptures down, bringing it out, But to the ones that's not going to take heed, this Bible is a trap to them, And part of that can be because of these false Israelite camps breaking down the scriptures wrong, or what the so-called white man had perceived the Bible to be when it comes to this Christianity doctrine, And when we come out with the scriptures, we telling that the Lord is only dealing with Israel. The Lord is a so-called black man. They come up against that because they wasn't taught that in this world, man. They was taught by the false ways of Christianity that, the Lord is a so-called white man. He's coming back to save everybody. The law is done away with. And the scriptures have become a snare, a trap unto them, man. Even though it's supposed to be for them. And there's no excuse. Because the Lord have his men out here breaking the scriptures down the right way. But majority of our people, man, they so wicked. The Lord left them off into that blindness, man. Just so he can justify or bring a judgment upon them. And it says, let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. Pour out thy indignation, and the word indignation meaning righteous anger, righteous judgment. Pour out thy indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them. So that's what's going to happen, man, to the ones of our people that's not going to understand and come into the truth, man. They're going to be destroyed. Like I say, once the Lord, renew your mind, and you sit back and you observe things through the Spirit, and you had an understanding of the Scriptures, now you know, and then you're going to have the understanding and know and being the knowing why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to destroy 2/3, man. And you count it as a blessing for the Lord to give you this understanding, so you can be part of that hopeful elect and escape the wrath and the judgment that the Lord is going to bring, man. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in the land, said the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So 2 parts represent the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. They're going to be cut off and die. But the Lord said a 3rd part should be left therein, meaning the 1/3, the elect. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and will refrain them as silver is refrained. Going back to, like I said earlier in Romans 12:1. The Lord bringing the elect through that fire by what? By renewing their mind. By giving them the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the truth, so they can change their ways from this world, man. And they say that that fire represent, being refrained through the fire, represent the adversity, the hell that the man of the Lord is going to be catching, But through all that, when the time of Jacob's trouble comes, the Lord is going to deliver the elect and have mercy upon them, while 2/3 is going to be destroyed. And it says, and I will refrain them as silver is refrained, and will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call upon my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is my power. So the elect is going to have the true understanding of the name, and they're going to be faithful and truthful, the true worship, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to deliver. You got a lot of these dudes out here, they know the name of the Lord, but they're not faithful, man. They're not true worship, man. They're called on the name of the Lord, but they're doing all type of wickedness. They switching up the doctrine, taking from the doctrine and adding to the doctrine, And the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, say that all those that say, Lord, Lord, shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because the Lord know their mind frame, man. The scripture says that some teach Yahweh Shah for envy and strife, for fortune, for money, So they're not really sincere. But the elect men, the true, sincere elect men, women, and children, the Lord is going to deliver them. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 6. And it says, how about it we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor the princes of this world that come to naught. So the Lord said he speak the wisdom, to the ones among those that are perfect. And who's perfect in the sight of the Lord's eye? The elect. Why? The Lord said that the elect is perfect, because they will have the perfect understanding of the scriptures, the perfect understanding of the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Because the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is true and perfect. And it says, yet not the wisdom of this world. So a man of the Lord is not going to come with the wisdom of this world. Like I stated earlier, man, what's the wisdom of this world, man? Success. Laws and statutes and commandments are done away with. our will, you know, all type of wickedness, man, which is the wisdom of this world, man, you know. But the men of the Lord is not going to have that wisdom of this world. The Lord is going to renew their mind frame from that wisdom, man, that wicked wisdom, this knowledge they esteem to be righteous. But all actuality is wickedness and contrary to the spirit and power and the scriptures of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which going to lead to judgment for those that's not in the right spirit. And it says, nor are the princes of this world that come to naught. And who the princes of this world, man, that our people look up to, the entertainers, man, like Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, you know, LeBron James, you know, and so forth, or these entertainers that got a certain position here in America that our people look up to, man, you know. And it says, nor the princes of this world that come to naught, because they, at the end of the day, when all hell break loose, the same entertainers that our people look up to, they gonna have to give account of their life, man. The majority of these entertainers of our people, they done sold out, man. You know, they part of the Baphomet, you know, Satanism. You know, they made a pact with the devil. You know what they call, you know, selling your soul for riches and fame. And at the end of the day, it gonna come to naught, man. You know, so the ones of our people that follow these people, follow these so-called great leaders, Israel, these entertainers. You know, when the entertainers, man, when they judgment come upon them, the ones that follow them, their judgment gonna come upon them too, man. The Lord say that if the blind follow the blind, they both shall fall in the ditch, man. And that's what's gonna happen. The ones of our people that want to be looking up to the wicked ones of our leaders in this world, they're gonna be destroyed as well, man. But they're not looking for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're not taking heed to the true leaders, which are the men of the Lord, the prophets. So they're gonna come to naught. Continue on. It says, but we speak the wisdom of Yahweh in the mystery, even the hidden wisdom which Yahweh ordained before the world unto our glory. So this is a mystery, man. You know, and the Lord said that he only show his secrets to his servants, the prophets, man. That's why the prophets gonna have the truth, you know, and it's a mystery to the majority of the world, man. Like I said, even though it be told to them on the highways and byways, it's still a mystery because they can't get it spiritually. The majority of these people in this world, they're carnal, man. And it says, which none of the princes of this world knew. For if they had known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. So if our people know these wicked people, these blind ones in this world, if they knew that, this wisdom is from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they wouldn't still be in that mind frame, man. You know? But they don't understand Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Why? Because going back to the Lord blinded them, man. You know, he rejected them, man. And only concerned for the elect right now. You know? Because the elect is the first fruits, man. You know, that the Lord is going to set up to establish the kingdom of Israel here on the earth, right along with Yahushua, you know. So basically, you know, I ended there. Just a quick little lesson about, you know, how the Lord is receiving the elect, you know, going to change their mind frame, you know, from the ways of this world to come back and serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the true power and the true understanding and the true way of how we supposed to be living, man. You know, like I said, man, you know, judgment is about to take place. Prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to be fulfilled, you know, with the World War III, you know, the pushing of the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, the collapse the American system, you know, its economy and everything else that America is staying here, you know. So we're in the time of prophecy, man. And it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will. It's their will, man. Why? To give us the kingdom, man. You know, starting off with the elect. And I pray myself that I'm part of that number. Me and the Akim out here, the fellow laborers, and those that are in the faith and the true believers in all truth and sincerity. So, brothers, you know, sisters, and the ones that's out there that's listening, hoping and praying that this video is edifying, you know. And until the next time, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, the Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders out of the great millstone that rule well, that's laboring and taught us this truth. And salutation to the fellow laborers that's out there in the ministry as well, pushing the gospel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in all truth and sincerity. Till the next time, Shalom.